benefit of the doubt that there weren't very many people rooting for me to win, or that some people were actively working to make me lose. Again, it typically wasn't overt, but there was just enough evidence to make me wonder and tempt me to cast blame or accusation or, worse, give up. I knew that some of my battle was born from reality, from the systemic inequality of bad policies, bad systems, and, occasionally, bad people. And I knew, intellectually, that part of the battle was created by my perceptions. But it was all real to me, and it made the journey a grind. I felt certain that what took years to build could disappear in an instant. There was never a day when I thought I could let up, when I didn't feel like I had to dress nicer and work longer, harder, and smarter than everyone else around me, or else, poof, gone. At the same time, my successes in life, as a husband, father, friend, and corporate executive, didn't happen on my own, and I have a tremendous sense of gratitude for those men and women of all skin colors who helped me fight through the exhaustion and find my way forward. Ironically, however, that's also another factor in my fatigue. I've always felt a pressure to succeed and give back. There was, and still is, an unwritten code in the Black community when I was growing up that said if you make something good out of your life, you owed a debt to those who paved a path for you, and you better make a payment. It's a philosophy rooted in the idea that to whom much is given, much is expected, and it is the heartbeat of progress. When I look into the Black community today, I see success stories in arts, entertainment, sports, academics, science, business, and politics. I also see the absentee fathers, the high incarceration rates for Black males, the Black-on-Black crime, and the systemic racism and failed policies of politicians of every persuasion. Most of all, however, I see hope and opportunity. We've come a long way, but we can do better. We must do better. Society has its part to play. Politicians have their part to play. But it starts by looking in the mirror. We've all been given what we need to make a positive difference in a world, to build a life that matters for ourselves and to others. And for as long as I can remember, I've felt a deep sense of responsibility to do my part. When it became clear I had a chance to get out of the inner city and all of its negative trappings, I felt the weight of my race on my shoulders. Some call this Black guilt. Don't let your race down. Whatever you call it, I felt I had to succeed for myself and my family, but also for all African Americans, past, present, and future. Not only that, but I felt the pressure to avoid failures or even show signs of weakness that would give ammunition to the critics. The message I heard, loud and clear, even if it wasn't always spoken, went something like this. People died for you to have the opportunities you are getting. They died so you can go in any restaurant you want to eat in. They died so you can vote. They died so you can go to college. They died so you can get a job in the corporate world. They died so you can buy a house in a nice neighborhood. They died, in short, so you can have it better than they had it. If you don't make good on your opportunities, you are letting down all those folks who sacrificed for you. And if you do make good, you better pay it forward. Many trailblazers, of course, didn't die for me, but they all sacrificed in ways that benefited me. I never knew most of them. They stood up for me by marching arm in arm across bridges, sitting in seats in the forbidden front of a bus, writing letters from a jail cell, preaching from a podium on the public square, and debating for policy changes everywhere from the city halls in Middle America to the halls of Congress in Washington, D.C. Others came alongside me during my journey. From the white people who tipped me when I was an 11-year-old with a paper route based on the quality of my service rather than the color of my skin, to the teachers, coaches, mentors, friends, and family members who lovingly helped me along the way. I wrote this book partly to pay my debt to those people.